All right, so I have this target number. I guess I need to check and make sure we're good to go here. I can't find my fiber. There it is. Okay. So here is a target 61849027. Um, and there's no front loading on this, and this is just a simple ordinary target. Let's see how I can do it. I tell you, front loading is kind of like a double-edged sword. It gives you the information you need to look at a target, but then your brain fills in the gaps that you don't understand or don't see. So you can get information through remote viewing with the front-loaded target, but your brain is constantly trying to fill the holes, and it constantly paints a picture that may or may not be right. They call it castle building, and once you get this image built in your head, it's really hard to get past it. So I'm gonna do some quick ideograms. Okay. So I keep getting an image of like this. Just kind of a rounded tube, but I don't know what this rounded tube is. But it's just an image. It's trying to see if there's a color or energy attached. But that's an image. I'm gonna just go with an AOL. Tube. All right. So ideograms. We got people. We got vegetation. We got rocks. Hills. So I got in between. I don't know what that means, but I'll get to that in a minute. So I've got a structure, signal, or power. People. So vegetation looks like this, right? The line goes through the middle. People looks like this. The line looks like a 9. Um, we're just going to go with other, because it's not vegetation, it's not people. Got rocky hills, I got signal power, I got water, I've got. All right, so it sounds kind of weird, but I'm looking down into the bed of a pickup. I don't know if this is military, but I'm literally looking down into the bed of a pickup. Huh. So I have a tube, I have vapor, I have repeating, I have the bed of a pickup. Why? I don't know what all these mean. Um, so let's look for environment. What do we? This is generally stuff that is just like flashing at something I don't understand or something I see, and I'm just putting it down on paper. So as these images or words come into my head, I'll be putting them down here. So let's look at environment. So, and I don't know if that's above 3,000 feet, if that means it's like, I don't know, the Rocky Mountains, or if it's at ground level above 300 feet, or if it's 300 feet in the air, or 3,000 feet in the air at sea level, you know what I mean? So I don't know how high this is, other than it's about 3,000 feet. What is it, 3,000 feet ground level? And I'm not quite sure why 3,000 feet is so prevalent. My current location is 900 feet. I'm 900 feet above sea level. And if I go down the road, I can easily be above 3,000 feet. But is this what I'm looking at? Is this the target? Am I looking at a satellite? I mean, what is this? All right. So it's cool, almost cold. So the temperature is, it's not real warm, not real hot. It's just cool or cold. Um, I don't have. I mean, when I look around, it does seem to be outside. Um, I don't know. So I'm looking outside and I have big commercial buildings. I have traffic. I have lights. Um, is this during the day? Is this nighttime? That feels like daytime, but I have lights. Why do I have lights in the daytime? I wonder if it's kind of like toward dusk where the lights have turned on and something. I can't tell what time it is. Alright. Ugh. So these are the current conditions that I'm looking at. What are the actions? Actions involved in the target. Wonder what the target is. Is the target the tube? Is the target the location? Is it the people? Am I supposed to be looking at the people? Okay, so let's look at the actions before we look at the target. We'll figure out what the actions are. So now I'm looking down. On top of somebody who has something. They have controls, maybe. They have a keyboard. I don't know. So I'm looking down on somebody. But that doesn't. Not quite sure what that means. I mean, is this like a pilot? Is this like somebody doing something? All right. So what are the actions related to the target? Okay, so it's building speed. I don't know what that means. Actions are building in speed and setting up or setup. So maybe it's trying to have something done that will create further action. I wonder if this targets that meteor that struck over at the on the East Coast. Would be kind of cool. But why setup? What does setup mean? Does setup usually implies that a further action is going to be taken? So, I mean, do we have? I'm not sure where that goes. All right, we'll put this to the side real quick. We'll look at conditions. So we got an agreement. We have not sure what walled off means, but I'm sure it means something. Oh, cool. My co-pilot's back. So yeah, you didn't miss much. Basically, well, let me give you a quick rundown of what's going on. Uh, okay. So, um, if when walled off, what was I going to say? So it's like this has something to do with an agreement or, and see that's where I'm kind of stuck. I mean, is this an agreement between people or business maybe, or what does that have to do with the water? Why does this feel like it's has something to do with people? Um, I'd like to know who this guy is that's watching this. And the walled off aspect, it's like denied entry or denied access. So it's kind of cool. So somebody's denied access to something. All right. So new image. I have fields green. Got big rocks. I got water. And it's cloudy. It's kind of cloudy or hazy. So I don't know what that means. It just this feels like a very isolated location. It's slightly hilly, big rocks, stream, but very isolated. Very when I say it's isolated, it's just like there's nothing around it. At most you're gonna have a road, but I mean, and it feels very cool. Okay. So looking at the target, I mean, I'm looking at like a cylinder that may or may not be a UFO. Um, I have what looks like a drone operator. I have the bed of a pickup. It's like maybe it's not a UFO, but maybe it's a missile or something that struck a truck. Um, I have 3,000 feet up. I have uh, structure. Strucker. I was wondering what that said. Structure. So I have a building. I have power. I have hills, rolling hills. I have people. I have others. So I don't know. I don't know what this target actually is, but I have lights in the general vicinity of the target. I have a walked off or denied access feeling. So, and there's a conditional agreement. So if something happens, then when will it happen? So there's conditions to go with this. But why do I have three different fairly good visuals of the truck bed, the person looking down, and the cloudy location? And it's just, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if this is a small target or a big target. Um, Salt. Is that kind of weird? It's like, do I smell it? Do I see it? Do I taste it? Well, why? Why salt? So, all right. Copilot, you got anything? You got any questions you want me to answer or take a look at? Oh, excuse me. So I don't know if this is, I don't know anything about this target. Actually, I think if I'm right, I think this guy has another target I wanted to look at again with you. I wanted to set it up so I can look at. Oh, don't worry about it. It's just he has another target I wanted to relook at. I just haven't got to it. I've got 5 or 6 people lined up, and I haven't had time to go through and blow them all out. So, but yeah, if you don't have any aspects or anything you want me to look at as far as the target, and I still can't figure out what the target is. I have no clear idea or clear visual on the target. I do have this is like an interesting ideogram of something, and I'm not quite sure what it is. But it's like a message where it has a twofold or even threefold aspects to it. It's like cityscape, people. Um, I've got an underground aspect. I've got it's just all sorts of energy in this message, and I don't know what it is. But yeah, yeah. My initial visual was a tube. It was like or edge of something. It's like I have a side view of something that to me looked like a stainless steel tube, or maybe it was a flattened area, thickened flattened area. I don't know. It's just a visual of something on one side. So I put it down as a tube. I mean, it could be a tube UFO where they have the big tubes with the little saucers coming out. So, but then again, I seem to be hung up on UFOs. So that could also be a missile from a missile launch. It could be a actual tube where like a high voltage tube where they have neon gas in there. You know, it could be it could be equipment maybe, but the visual is silvery tube and 3,000 feet. So, uh, other than the um, energy aspect, I don't see any other visuals. I can't see this side. I only see part of it. So, other than the energy aspect, which seems to run through it, think of it like a hot dog uh, on a hot dog with the electrodes stuck inside. So you've got energy around the outside. So it's either a craft or it's a high pressure tube, maybe for um, uh, like when you do oil distillation, you use high pressure. This would be perfect for a for an oil changer or oil maker, gas maker, because the high pressure tubes have like dead ends and that they're all high pressure and that just you can feel the energy inside the tube, which is what I got here. I just got crackling energy. Maybe I should write that down. So it's pretty easy to see. But the visual, I mean, yeah, the actual 3D world visual is you're looking at a tube. I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, you've got somebody sitting at a desk doing something. I've got a tube that looks like a missile. Yeah, there's a very high possibility that this is something to do with Iran and the war. Um, I doubt it. I can't imagine anybody doing this, but I've got a general location and a height. I have this. I have isolated locations. The thing about it is I have a green isolated location. It's not a. I'm pretty sure Iran is uh, not green this time of year, but I may be wrong. So, but yeah, I don't know. And denied access, walked off, conditional agreement. All that has a lot to do with wars. So, I don't know. This particular target, I don't have a really good grasp on, other than a feeling it has something to do outside, and there's a structure and a signal and hills. I have hills. So I can't tell. Like I said, it could be either a hot dog that has electrode stuck up it, or it's, a big processing tube for gasoline. You know how they boil the crude oil in the tubes, and then, but it could go either really big or really small. I don't have a size because I can only see a portion of it. Well, that's what I'm wondering is because here's the truck in the bed of the pickup. It's a full-size pickup, older truck. I mean, is it just a tube that goes into a truck? Is it literally just a drone? I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at. But the bed of the pickup is very clear. So, I mean, let's let's just say maybe, and again, I'm looking sideways at this. So maybe I'm looking at, you know, um, somebody driving around with the pickup that has a drone in it. Um, that'd explain this. Well, that's the thing with this tube is I don't know because I can only see a portion of it. I don't know if it'll fit in the bed of the pickup. I mean, even with ARV, I'm not sure it's going to be able to tell me if it's. So if I touch the bed of the pickup, it's warm. So it could possibly fit in the bed of the pickup. So you figure 8 feet long, But again, is that just what I can see, or is that the whole thing? So, no, salt's not a shield for radiation. Well, I shouldn't say that. Certain kinds of salt are, but you have to have the proper salt in order to. It doesn't. It's not a shield. So iodine-based salt will keep you from absorbing radioactive iodine after a nuclear attack. So if you have iodized salt, then anything you eat won't be deposited in your glands. So your iodine, which constantly recycles itself or flushes itself, gets replaced with non-radioactive iodine. And you only have to worry about it for the first couple of months, you know, because it's a very short-lived isotope. All right. All right. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna send this off to the target guy, and I'm gonna let him take a look and see if we're even on track. Because maybe this is just a bunch of puppies. I don't know. But this is what I got for 61849027. Am I missing anything? How about some colors? I got red. Why do I got red? I got red. I got silver. I got black. Gray. Blue. But red stands out. I don't know if there's a lot of red. I just feel that there's red. I mean, the other question is this a rocket launch? I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what what we got. What I think I'll do is I'll have him have me, instead of telling me what this is, I'll make sure that we're on the right. If this data looks good, then I'll just keep going. Then we'll do another session with this. I'll I'll take a picture of this and then figure out what we got going on. So, but yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll shift this off to the person who gave me the target. So, all right. Is there anything else on there that you want to look at before I go? Checking to see if. Yep. No, he's not here. Okay. What the hell is going on? My antivirus thing decided that this is a great time to um, do everything. And it's now in the process, and I'm afraid to turn it off because it's going to breathe. So it's saying active process is possible memory leak. Brave execute and OBS 64. Yeah, of course it does. All right. All right. I will contact you later. I'll let you know if I'm going to do another view, and then I'll talk to or I'll message the tasker and see if they want me to keep looking at what I got or just, we'll start fresh. So we'll see what happens. So, all right, man. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you later. Take it easy.